There was a video that I shared on our Twitter feed of a candidate out of St. Petersburg, Florida. She's running out of District 7. Her name is Eritha Akile Cainion, and she was being interviewed by the local media. I want you to hear exactly what she says about the black community, and also watch the trickery of that interviewer and how this particular sister handled it. Let's go ahead and roll that clip.
Be the next District 7 council person.
Well, I feel like my platform, Reparations and Economic Development to the Black Community, is the only platform in this entire race that stands against the black community being gentrified out of existence in the city. The black people right now are under attack by the city government. We're being pushed out by people, gentrifiers, land developers, the politicians in office. They work for them. They're being funded by them. My opponents are being funded by these big developers. Rents are going up. Luxury apartments are being built everywhere. No genuine affordable housing. And Reparations and Economic Development is the only genuinely progressive platform that speaks to social and economic justice for everyone in this city by ending the oppression of the black community. And if I don't do it, if we don't do this right now, there won't be a black community in 2 years.
Okay. I'm going to address the elephant in the room. Your opponent, Chico, you're familiar, he has made statements that he doesn't support the gay agenda, as he calls it, and he plans to make sure that taxpayers don't go to support gay-supported things. What do you think about all that?
Well, I want to redirect this discussion because I think that this whole thing about, this non-factor candidate who hasn't raised any money in his campaign, he's not running a real campaign, he's not the person I'm fighting against. In fact, as offensive as his remarks are, the reality is the elephant in the room is the oppression of the black community. And the media is attempting to divert everyone's attention away to the real fight, which is the fight against these big developers, these gentrifiers that are pushing out the black community. They're trying to divide the people of the city by making the black community the face of anti-LGBTQIA, but that is not what this fight is about. This fight is with us and the big money politicians and the big money developers, and I won't even engage in a conversation about a non-factor when my real opponent, the incumbent, is the one that is responsible for opening up the door for these gentrifiers, for people like Carl Nurse to come into my community and push us out. That is the fight. That is what the people are talking about, not this nonsense that the media is trying to tell people that is the problem. That is not the problem. That is not what I'm hearing when I'm going door to door talking to people. They're talking about their rents going up. They're talking about sewage in their water. That's what people are talking about. So if the media has their ear to the ground and is actually listening to the people, you would know what this fight is about, and it's not what this person is saying.
Fair enough. Thank you, ma'am.
Now, this particular candidate, Sister Eritha, I am very, very impressed that she stuck to the message. She stuck to code. She did not allow him to throw his trickery around and get her off base and off message with throwing in the other opponent and talking about a gay agenda. What that has to do with anything with the voters in that particular district? Now, I went to her website, and I also will share that. We also put this up on the screen. And as you can see, she is really, really about the community. She says, make the South Side black again. That's what she put on her website. She is not batting her eye or her tongue at all how she feels. Now, if you look at her platform, put that up, restoration of economic development of the black community through reparations in the anti-black, undemocratic rigged election system in St. Petersburg. We need a real single member district election. In the gentrification of the black community, create genuine affordable housing, black community control of the police, create a people-based budget to improve the quality of life in our city, build women's health programs to address disparities faced by black mothers and children, fix the failing education system, sewage and water bills, tax the developers, not the people, workers' power for city workers, automatic restoration of voting rights for people with felonies who have been released from incarceration. Now, I'll provide her website. You guys can go click it and read all that because she talks about this in extensive detail. Now, due to her passion, due to how she felt about the community, and this is the kind of politicians that we need, I want to make sure not only to say, yes, go, because that's great to do, but how are you going to help her win without putting skin in the game? We have to donate to help her win because she has an incumbent opponent. It's a local election, so she can get people to support her from all over the world. So let's do that. I want to put this up real quick. So I'll let you know that I made sure to give a donation to her campaign. Why? Because I know she's important for the black community in St. Petersburg, Florida. So we need to support her. See, it can't just be in word. It has to be in financial support so she can do, more things to try to win this election. So what I'm asking many of you to do is go to her website. We'll even provide the donation link. It'll be in the pinned comment. Go and donate whatever amount you feel like donating after hearing her fight for the community with passion, not biting her tongue, not getting off message, not getting off code, anything. If you want to encourage more candidates to be that way, they have to see a major support coming in for that. And that's going to start shaking up politics as well. The conversation is changing, but you also have to have the financial support. And we could support her from all over the world. So what if 1,000 people, 2,000, 3,000 people or more donated to her today? She'd be like, where is all this coming from? It'll be coming from the community and anybody who support the issues that she is presenting to let her know that you're on the right track. You understand? And then when you donate and let her know that you appreciate what she's doing, and even just show her that, hey, yeah, I want to support, I donated X amount, and that's it. Let her know, because we need to let her know that we support her campaign. And that goes for any politician. If you're talking this way about the black community, you will have our support, period. You're not letting these people trip you up to start talking about other issues outside of what's going on in the community. And like she said, the community is about to be gone. They're making sure of it. They trying. So it takes us to fight against that. I mean, if you're going to go away, at least go away with a fight. Don't go away and you didn't fight back. You understand? So what if we had all the members of the CBC talking like this, sister? We would actually get somewhere in America. But the majority of them is part of the Black Boule. And, we have a video on our Patreon page explaining the origins of the Black Boule. Make sure you join our Patreon page to see that video, because that video is something that you really need to get informed on, and why we as Black Americans must take it to the Black Boule, because they are in step with white supremacy and keeping us down and oppressed. But shout out to this particular sister, Eritha. You're doing a great job, and, we highly support you. I definitely would like to reach out to her. And we're going to see if we can do that and hopefully bring her on the show and let her explain, her platform a little more. But from what I'm hearing, I wish she was here in Houston. I wish she was running. I wish we have many people like her talking, because you just notice how that guy in the media, he didn't want to say nothing. What could he say? He couldn't get her to divert or anything. And they're like our politicians fighting for everything else that doesn't even benefit the black community at all. When we being gentrified, police brutality, schools is not very good in our community. School to prison pipeline, race soldiers, all the things that's hurting our community. And you want us to talk about something else? No, we don't have the time. And listen, we had to fix home first, then we could focus on other things, because that's what got us in the mess we in now. We're neglecting home. And that anybody would tell you take care of home first. So, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about Sister Eritha in this particular piece and how she responds. And I'm asking all of you who not only get impressed by what she's saying, especially if you live in St. Petersburg, Florida, I need all of you to go out and vote for this sister. Get her on the city council. She's going to fight for you. And if you don't live in St. Petersburg, Florida, send the sister a donation, because she needs to see that she has not only support in her community, but she needs to see that she has the African diaspora support. People throughout the world, you can donate to this sister too. It don't matter. I mean, she's taking donations, and it takes money to run the campaign. I mean, none of that's free. And we have to understand, as black people, if we want something, we got to put skin in the game, because every other group understands that. And that's why they donate even on the small level, because what this sister's saying about gentrification is real. They're trying to throw us out of our neighborhoods, on the streets. Look at LA. Look at all the black people that's on the streets in LA. You understand? They want to do that in every city if they can. We have to put up a fight against that and not let them.